The three non-negotiables that fix 90% of my problems lands from how a Harvard psychologist, a man that's not trying not to die, and the number one sleep goat. For the first one, it sounds very simple, but it's just wake up on time and work the first 4 hours of the day. So when I didn't wake up on time, a lot of the time, I'd be like, who cares, bro? And I would wake up at 12 a.m., for example. And because I woke up at 12 a.m., I would beat myself up, and it's so much harder to plan the day ahead. And when you plan things the night before, then your brain has time to think about it throughout your sleeping. So if you just wake up at a random time, then it's so much harder to actually follow a schedule that you set. In terms of working the first 4 hours of the day, I used to be, wake up in the morning, fucking get my phone out, scroll Instagram. And the way I think about that is, I hate using this term, but dopamine. So I see it as you have a certain mana bar when you wake up in the morning, and the less engaged you have to be in an activity, the more dopamine it takes you. So deep work, for example, I have to really be engaged. I'm making something up. But with Instagram, it's just, and that's just like a general rule I use. So it really fucks up the mana bar. And the more you fuck up the mana bar, the harder it is to do things that are more engaging. And another thing is, when you do spend those 4 first hours on, now those are the things that get reinforced the most. So another analogy is, there's a forest, and if you walk down this path of going down Instagram right in the morning, then you're really cutting the trees down, and it'll reinforce that path, and it'll make it easier for you to go down that path tomorrow. So this way, it also sets the tone for the rest of the day. There's also a lot more science stuff, which I don't understand, but if you just work those first 4 hours, holy, the entire day is 10 times better. And then there's number 2, which is finish eating 5 hours before bed. This one's pretty simple. So your resting heart rate from my goat basically lowers for some reason. And the lower your resting heart rate is, the easier it is for you to fall asleep. The easier it is for you to fall asleep. The whole shebang is just, everything's easier. And the way I've implemented this is just eating earlier in the day and eating a lot more. And then last one, Brian Johnson, dude that made this book, number 3. It's read now before bed, which is weird. You can really do anything that's not emotionally engaging. So they've actually found recently that blue light, the thing that everybody complains about, is actually really not that, it's not that important. It might make you fall asleep a few minutes later than you normally would, but it's not that crazy. Oops, sorry about that. So all that really matters is doing something that doesn't emotionally engage you. So I used to watch movies, for example, at this time. And when I watched movies, I would get emotionally engaged. When I worked, I got emotionally engaged. Reading, I'm chilling. I'm just thinking logically. I can let it go. But being emotionally engaged would probably higher my resting heart rate, which would make me not fall asleep, which would ruin my day tomorrow, which would ruin this. So that's the system that basically deals with 90% of my problems. Because if I wake up on time and I work the first 4 hours, then I probably just want to work for the rest of the day. And if I fall asleep properly, then I can do this, which means I can do this, which means I can do this. Okay, let me know if you have any questions below. Bye.